Hi, so I just finished reading the first chapter, Traveling by Telephone by Eva and Franco Matez. In my opinion, it was really different. Uh, the two are weird to me, but it's not like I actually don't hate them, and it's not like I love them. So actually, I'm one of those that are in the middle. Um, we would think that art is just about paintings, drawings, sculptures, and stuff like that. But to them, art is actually like a lot different. Something they call net.art, which I'll discuss later. But it's not what we think art is normally. Um, so the first person or thing that I want to talk about is Luther Blissey. He is not real, but it is an alias, a multiple alias that a lot of people use just to whatever their liking is. They could just use a name, be that person, do whatever with it. Um, Artists, musicians, writers just use that name for basically whatever. Darko Maver is actually another kind of alias thing, but it's actually one person. So it's a counter identity. Basically, they took one picture from one guy and made up a story about him. So they basically made a real person out of just a name, like a fairy tale person almost. Um, I think the things that they do try to make everyone think outside of the box, basically. Like they have this fascination for fooling around. If if anyone knows what troll means, I say that they're the biggest trolls of America because they steal things. Sometimes they steal just random bits and pieces of artwork, and what's not troll about that? That's everything. Like, why would you do that? Um, I think they steal things because they want to like copy people. That's another troll thing to do, I guess. Um, I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. It's really hard for me, but I guess when they steal stuff and they copy things, they just don't like having this onset idea that this belongs to one person. Um, they like just making things up as if it's like a fairy tale or fantasy. Like they made fake newspapers and fake movie posters to kind of like make this like they kind of like make society question what goes on. It like contradicts itself. Like it's ironic almost. And they have this like love for that. Like that one America United We Stand, and they put it in Europe. It's kind of like, well, that's a saying in America. Why is it in Europe? Are they kind of like mocking them, like this right here? I'm sure all of you have seen it. I just want to show you that. So it's just like, why is it in Europe if that's something that's on America's or United States bill, like money? Well, NetDart Art is actually a big project that they started. It is basically like, at least from what I got from it, it was viruses. That's all I could really understand. Like they think that viruses is basically an art, and um, I can't explain as well. But to me, in my opinion, I think the reason why they think virus is an art is because it spreads and everyone knows about it. They have this fascination for like reactions. Actually, that's exactly it. They love getting reactions from people. To that's it's called like a performance, and to them, performance is art. So they actually did this thing where it was in a YouTube video. So on chat relay, Franco pretended to hang himself, and it just like randomized through the chat relay, and they just wanted to see the reactions, and they recorded that, and that's actually an art piece that they did. So viruses, they actually saved a virus that they created after getting a programmer drunk. They saved the virus in like a glass case so it would live forever. So art is kind of like to them is not tangible. It's something they don't want to be tangible, like this. Like you can't touch a virus, like a computer virus. So I guess they have like definitely that fascination for that intangible like reaction. Reactions are intangible, untangible, whatever, too. So reactions and like things, I guess. Live sharing was a project that they did for 3 years. They let their computers not private, so everyone had access to their bank accounts, emails, pictures, music, everything. And so they really like being open with themselves and just sharing things. Sharing's a big aspect to their whole idea of art as well. Um, so that's also similar to nowadays because sharing is so common. Like we webcam, we screen share if you have a Mac or Skype. That's basically the same thing. So we're more apt to sharing ideas and things with people nowadays than we were before, where everything was so private. And as for the Second Life avatars, they were fascinated. I use that word a lot, but they were fascinated with the fact that people can be someone else, like live another life behind this computer screen, behind this avatar that they can create using makeup and different hair. Like people can live two lives basically is what they're trying to get at. But that's really all I have to say, I guess, about this book. I'm running short on time, but I mean, in a nutshell, Eva Franco Matez are the biggest trolls of America, and they like stealing things. They like sharing their lives, being open. They like reactions, performances, and intangible like things like viruses. They think that's art and digital art like Second Life, and yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and there's also this thing where at a at a museum they had a portrait hung up, and this this guy went in and he smashed the painting, and then all of a sudden Eva and Franco and that guy who smashed the painting disappeared. So I mean, they like kind of like fucking with our heads. They like playing the media like, oh well, was that stage? Was that real? Was that a performance? Is that art? Like, basically, that's what it is. And I'm sorry if I couldn't get to all the questions, but that was a lot. Thank you.